You know, I really wasn't gonna make this video. The Oscars has already been tiptoeing around the border of irrelevancy since it started, and I can't tell if last year's incident completely saved it or completely destroyed it.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
I'm going to.
But considering I made an appearance this year, it only felt right. But more on that later. I think the 2022 Oscars was the most talked about Oscars event in history, so I figured I'd jump on the bandwagon and cross my fingers and hope for another dramatic incident. And sure enough, it was delivered. Now, drama aside, these nominations were some of the most disappointing in Academy history, and it's all because of Austin Butler. Haha, I'm just kidding. Well, not entirely. Some of the performances that were nominated honestly didn't even deserve a nomination in my opinion, but the thing that I can agree that deserves all the hype in the world is Everything Everywhere All at Once. So when Ke Huy Quan won Best Supporting Actor and Jamie Lee Curtis won Best Supporting Actress, I was so happy.
Mom, I just want an Oscar!
I know it looks like I'm standing up here by myself, but I am not. I am hundreds of people.
But the public had a different opinion. Everyone was saying that Angela Bassett was robbed, which I can definitely agree with, but I'm just torn because I like these two so much. However, Angela had a different reaction. You can tell she was pretty upset by this loss, but this might have been one of Angela's only chances to see an Oscar win throughout her career, so I understand her pain. I understand that when things get too much hype, people get turned off very easily, and that can definitely happen with Everything Everywhere All at Once, but the fact that this movie takes such a simple plot line and gives it so much emotion, it's a relatable action movie, and I don't think I've ever called an action movie relatable. Personally, I don't like that superhero Marvel crap, but this movie was fantastic. The fact that you can take a story about an immigrant woman getting audited and turn it into an Oscar-nominated masterpiece, I think the hype is warranted. And with Everything Everywhere All at Once sweeping the awards,
Nominated for 11 Academy Awards, Everything Everywhere All at Once won 7 Oscars tonight for actor in a supporting role, actress in a supporting role, original screenplay, film editing, directing, actress in a leading role, and Best Picture.
I was satisfied with the results. The only thing is, I feel like the Oscars pick one movie every single year to completely do this, kind of like how Billie Eilish won every single Grammy that year and everyone was just pissed. From Best Editing, which was totally deserved with the head turn switching the universe, to Michelle Yeoh making history winning Best Actress,
And the Oscar goes to Michelle Yeoh.
to the movie itself winning Best Picture.
I never thought I would get to say this, so I say it with one voice with all these people. Thank you to the Academy. A24, thank you so much. You saw our weirdness and supported us for a year theatrically. That's incredible. Thank you.
And as mad as people are about it, I think it's well deserved. Not to mention, I am so happy that Brendan Fraser won Best Actor. I was so scared that they were going to give it to Austin Butler or something. I mean, his performance, Hung Chow, Sadie Sink, they all carried the bag. But this all brings us to the drama, so let's talk about how shady Jimmy Kimmel was being throughout the whole thing. As a host, I understand that he brings a lot of humor to the show, but sometimes he takes it a little bit too far. For example, he threw shade at Austin Butler.
Even Elvis is in the building tonight. There he is. Austin Butler. Austin, as you know, is a first-time nominee. He was so convincing as Elvis, still is. This is a good Hollywood story.
And then he threw shade at Will Smith and the Academy itself.
We have strict policies in place. If anyone in this theater commits an act of violence at any point during the show, you will be awarded the Oscar for Best Actor and permitted to give a 19-minute long speech.
And I think the weirdest thing that happened at this Oscars was Jimmy Kimmel questioning Malala about Harry Styles.
Your work on human rights and education for women and children is an inspiration. I was wondering, do you think Harry Styles spit on Chris Pine?
I only talk about peace.
Now, you can tell how uncomfortable Malala got by this, but just in case you don't believe me, believe Malala, because she commented on my TikTok. Yeah, I'm not kidding. I posted a TikTok clipping the part where Jimmy calls her out, and she commented this emoji. I could not believe it. The youngest Nobel Prize winner in history commented on my TikTok. That is a flex. But that singular uncomfortable moment didn't stop Jimmy from throwing more shade at Jessica Chastain and Matt Damon.
I didn't really have a lot of scenes with them, so it was fun.
Excellent, wonderful. All right. Another fun fact. Oh, they feed Matt Damon peanut butter on set to make it look like he's talking.
And let's not forget when the paparazzi tripped and Lady Gaga came to his rescue. or when Hugh Grant was being rude to the interviewer for absolutely no reason.
So tell me, what does it feel like to be in Glass Onion? It was such an amazing film. I really loved it. I love a thriller. How fun is it to shoot something like that?
Well, I'm barely in it. I'm in it for about 3 seconds.
Yeah, but still, you showed up and you had fun, right?
Almost.
Okay, all right.
There might not have been a world-famous slap this year, but the drama was definitely there. And this all brings me to the most special moment, when I made my Oscars debut. Being surrounded by my fellow actors just feels so good, and I'm just so grateful to even be there. Haha, just kidding. I mean, they showed a 1-second clip from Babylon when presenting the award for Best Costume Design, and I happened to be in it.
Signs on all the doors said, no actors or dogs allowed.
I was an extra in the movie, and me and Margot made eye contact for like 1 second, and that's probably the closest I'll ever get to being at the Oscars, so I thought it was worth mentioning.